Hi everybody, Paul Motley here, and today we're going to have a look at my personal bridge page secrets. So this is a special recording for George's audience. So I'm going to be going through exactly how to put together a bridge page and why it's so important, especially when it comes to making money through affiliate marketing, for example. So what is a bridge page? Well, a bridge page is where you're going to send people to. So when I say that, I'm going to refer that to either traffic or clicks to actually land on one web page or a part of one page of the website, and then you are then going to go ahead and send them over to the actual affiliate page itself. So there's a lot to go through, so you're going to have to bear with me if I start doing a bit of and ahs and stuff like this. I am doing it on the fly. So I'm just going to go ahead and look at, just give you a bit of credibility there. Like I said, my name is Paul Motley. I am a current ClickFunnels Dream Car winner, doing around 5,000 a month at the moment with ClickFunnels and a few other different things. So getting on towards, I think it's $8,000 or $9,000 per month. So when it comes to actually putting a bridge page together, there are certain factors and certain things that you need to make sure that you're doing to keep that person or keep your traffic so it works in a succinct way. And what I mean that is, it's about the messaging, it's about making sure that you also are building your own list at the same time. So we're going to go through an example and I'm going to show you from start to finish how I would do that using a completely brand new affiliate product that I'm looking at the moment. So I'm actually going to attempt to build my own bridge page using this. So first things first, what do we need? We need to make sure that we've got certain things ready to go. So I am going to begin inside of ClickFunnels and I am going to build a funnel basically. So I'm going to create a new one and I'm going to use a classic funnel builder. I just want to collect emails in this one. So this is test 1, 2, 3 and we'll just give that a test 1, 2, 3 on that, so group tag there. Okay, so this should give us a landing page and a thank you page. Now you could you could use both, and this would basically be sending people straight out to let's try and find one that I can use as a template here, because the cool thing about ClickFunnels is there's so many different templates that you can use, and my computer is going super slow right now. This looks like a good one. We're going to use that one. But what we want to make sure is that the landing page that we send traffic to has the same type of messaging and the same format, if you like, as the actual affiliate offer itself. And so I'm just going to go ahead and start editing this page because I want to make sure that lots of things are put together in this, so it's the proper way of doing it. And it is going to be a little bit of a let me just resize this screen just slightly so that I can make sure that you get all this good stuff in here. So give me a second, make sure that is in view, and we'll put that in there. I don't need that on there. That'll work. Right, so just bear with me 1 second, just going to do this. This is what happens when you're recording stuff. Right, so what we've got is a very large picture. We've got another little graphic, headlines, a little bit of description, and this is where we're going to capture the information from our lead, if you like, from the website traffic. So we need to click to sign up, which is great. And now I want to change that image out, and I'm also going to change the wording out as well so that it looks and feels exactly like the actual affiliate offer page. So that should be here. Now, if you've got this, there we go. I have these little Chrome tools fixed in here to actually get the color and also the fonts that is currently being used. So I'm just going to have a look and see what we've got. So this is Gilroy, extra bold, that's Gilroy as well. So let's see if I can use, if I can use that. So let's just grab that and let's go check on the fonts, and we want, does it have Gilroy? That's the question. No, it doesn't. Amazing. Brilliant. So that's the first bit that you've got to get over there, is the fact that it doesn't actually have the same one. And we're back. Well, that wasn't exactly what I wanted to do with that one there as well, because the idea I wanted to do was actually use the exact same font as what's on the actual affiliate sales page. In this case, it wasn't there, so I'm going to go ahead and use something as close to it as I can, which is inside of ClickFunnels, which is Poppins there. But I do want to grab some of this stuff. So we are going to have a look at some of the messaging itself, and if we get back on the right page, that'd be really cool. So I'm just going to copy and paste that in, and that should be there. I'm just going to get rid of that because we don't want that. So discover online marketing education delivered simply and with integrity. Now you'll be surprised how ineffective this process is. So now we're going back on this as well. So what we want to do is we're going to change that to get started, but I actually want to use the same colors as what is on here. So again, using my little color picker, I'm going to nick that, head back over to this. I'm going to change the color of that to that one, and we want that to read get started. So now it's the same color as that, but also maybe change, have a look at button style. Yeah, that's better. Just so that people see when they go on this, they're going to look at that and think, ah, that's the same as what that is, for example. So that works for that one, which is cool. So we know that is going to be the same as that there. We're also going to change this image out as well. And I'm going to have a look, and I want to upload an image. Reason being is that I want it to be exactly the same. So I want to look on desktop, see all my crazy pictures. Yep, there's a lot of pictures of me on there because I've been playing around with it. Okay, right, so now we are 15-day online business builder challenge, right, and that is not an ideal size, so I'm going to just drop that down a little bit, and I'm also now going to drop that so it's a little bit more like so, which looks cool, and hopefully I don't mess this up too bad, and I don't really want anything else on the side of this funnel and stuff like that. So another thing that we want to do as well is that with these bridge page funnels is we can actually go ahead and grab all the terms, policies and all that sort of thing directly from the affiliate page itself. All down here, they've already got them there, so that's pretty cool. So privacy, and I'm just going to right click on that. Ended up not right clicking. We're going to go to that one there, and terms. So I want terms next. This is me just literally building out as we go. So this is what I would be doing. This is why it's going to take a little while. What else? About, do we have about? Same window. Oh, we didn't get that one in there, did we? So privacy, terms, that just says link on it, which I don't really want that to say link. We can go for income disclaimer, I think, because we want to make sure that it's not disclaimer. I'm going to hit save, and now it's going to ask us to save it in there. Now also there's lots of different things and different parts to this page itself. Now as you can see, using this little template here, we've got like a background image on that which you can change up if you wish. And I am going to go into general, and we know what that is. On that submit to, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and have that send directly to the thank you page on this case. Now I don't want my affiliate badge to show on this one because I want people to see, this is like the ClickFunnels affiliate badge. I want people to look at this and think, ah, this is like a proper website. This isn't like just a nightmare opt-in thing. So you've got all the basics here of a half decent bridge page, because when people go ahead and click this and get that and go through that and all that sort of good stuff, and we're just going to grab that background color there as well because I want some of the text on here to be the same. So I like the colors to match the website that we are affiliating ourselves with as well. So we're going to change all that out as well, paste that in there. And now it's starting to look a little bit more, like this one now, you see. There we go, and we're going to, that is underlined there, so we're going to underline that. And what else have we got with that? And underline. I wonder if we can change that. I wonder if we can change the colour of the underline section on that one. I don't think we can. Ooh. Nope, we can't. Okay, no worries. Right, so we've got our little bridge page going on here, but there are some very important things here which are not going to be right for a start. We need to connect our integrations, which is basically what email account we're going to be doing, because when we collect this information here, we want to make sure that they are getting put onto our email list. And I just like doing this little stuff here as well. I like to have, so that's a name, I like to have it colored and position right, yep, cool. And the same on this one. I just like having little icons and stuff. So we're going to go for, this time's the email, and I like the color one just because it shows up a little bit nicer. We're going to hit save again. So a couple of things we need to add. First off, integrations, and we also need to add our tracking, which is going to be our Facebook pixel, and then we need to go in and see what it looks like on mobile as well, so, because at the moment on mobile it kind of looks like that, which is pretty bad, because whenever anybody goes on it, let's hit preview, and I'm going to show you a little trick now. If you right click on that and go to inspect, this is actually going to show us what the page looks like depending on the device that we're using. So you can see at the moment that it's all looking pretty shocking. There's way too much dead space up here. That picture is massive, and of course it's not ideal, and people will just click away and they will not like it. Simple as that. So what I tend to do is I will actually copy the whole section again. So I'll clone that whole section, and then I'll make one mobile and one desktop. That way that you need to just make sure that you've got to a point where you are almost happy and ready with everything on the page itself before you copy, because otherwise you've got to keep flipping back from mobile to desktop again to actually make sure that it is correct. So I'm going to go ahead and clone that section, and now I want settings, and I'm going to make that one mobile only, and then I'm going to head back here and I'm going to make this one desktop only. I'm going to hit save again. Now we should just have one of each on each page, which is cool. So I'm just going to dive into the mobile section now, because I really don't like how that is working, so I'm going to squeeze that up there. That's about like that. That should be okay with that there. Cool. So that's there. Right. Now I'm going to massively zoom down this size of this, and I am going to pop that up the top. And in fact, I don't even want that on there. So I'm going to make that even smaller. And hit save again. Drop on the preview, see what it looks like on mobile again. So we can keep doing this backwards and forwards. So now it's getting much better, because what we've got now is we've got a nice title, we've got graphic there, this there, their email, a name, and a nice button there to press, and that's going to be all on the one page, so they don't have to scroll down to go ahead and find it. So that looks a lot better now than it did originally, so I'm pretty pleased with that. So let's go ahead and save that. Next thing we need to do is we need to make sure that we've got our emails tracked on that one as well. So I'm just going to go ahead into Active Campaign, because that's my favorite. Caps on for some reason. And we're going to log in, and should automatically load me in now. Just have a quick drink. Okay, right, so now I need to make a new list, so I'm going to add a list, and this is going to be, let's say it is the LM Lead Mag page, Lead Mag opt-ins, and the URL is going to be, let's just put mine for a start. It doesn't really matter. Not in this example anyway. And you need to make sure that you put a list description on this, because people will get this on the bottom of their emails. You are this email because you were interested in there we go, growing your affiliate marketing income online. Whoa, online. Okay, so you can put whatever you like in that. It's got to be relative, obviously, to what you're doing. So we're going to add that in there. So that list is now created. Excellent. Now we're going to head back up to ClickFunnels, and we're now going to integrate this. So when people go ahead and get in this thing, just refresh the list, they're going to be added to the list, which is now there. So if I hit save, that should now be live and working. So that's cool, 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 cool. Now we want to go back and check out what the thank you page is. So we could do that, or we could send them directly to the actual affiliate offer. Now, if we send them directly to the affiliate offer, what you're going to need to do is go into your settings, head down to general, and you use this here. On submit, go to, and that's going to be your affiliate landing page from the actual company, this company sales page. So you're going to override where this would normally go, because automatically this will go to the next page at the funnel, or the thank you page, or something like that. But sometimes you want to be able to override that. So let's say, for example, we're looking at ClickFunnels and we're doing like a one funnel away promotion. We might want to send them directly to that as soon as we've opted in. But in this case, we may not, and we may just want to go and let them go over to the thank you page. So we're going to hit the thank you page to start creating one of those. And again, we're going to look at, we just want thank you pages. Let's just select that one. Now the best thing to do here is, this is why it's bridging the gap from completely cold traffic, or people that you've sent people to the first page, and then you're going to go ahead and get them into your affiliate offer. So getting some access, and you're going to say like, I'm just going to put please check your email. Oops. Right, so I just want to copy this because I want them to know I just sent you an important email that includes several bonuses as described. I cannot spell for toffee in the video below. So we're going to knock that off. We're going to hit save again on that one, and we also want to make sure that we are getting rid of that affiliate badge again. So we're doing that. So what am I doing here? I am actually going to have a video here which will be introducing myself and saying, look, I'm going to start, just sent you some really cool stuff by email. This is what the challenge is all about. In this particular case, we are asking them to go ahead and get started on this 15-day learning experience, which is the Legendary Marketer training program for affiliate marketing, which is obviously what we're all here to do and learn. Excuse me. So that's going to be a little bit of an intro video there. And again, this is still going to be the same. So we want to make sure that we're getting the same, we're on color picker. Let's just knock that off for a second. Color picker, we want to make sure that we're using the same colors again on this. And I want to go to these. I want it to be a pill button, so I want it to match what it looks like already. And color. So we're there. This is mad. Kind of like talking to myself a little bit while I'm doing this at the same time. It can get very, very, very confusing. So that's going to be get started now. We don't want now on there as well. Don't want that. Use the same language. Same language is good, because if that's what it's saying on there, that's what it's saying on there. And one thing we did miss as well is their color. Text color is actually black. Missed that. So yeah, that's important. It makes that weird thing on that, but still. So action not set. So in this case, I just want it to head over to here. Now this will be your affiliate link. So when button's pressed, we're going to set an action, and we're going to go to a web URL. I'm going to paste it in that, and I do prefer it to go to hit enter. Whenever you do that and it doesn't show up down here, just put your address in, hit enter, and that will then update that. I want it to go into a new tab so that they don't miss this stuff. It's really important and it's really cool. So now they're going to get an email from me, because they're going to go ahead and get linked onto that one, and that's how it's all going to work from there. So I can then start sending them several email sequences. So if we were in like active campaign, and let's look at automations. Now this is the really cool part. So let's say this is we're going to duplicate one of the ones I've already got, so we're just going to copy that. Say copy or duplicate? Right. Okay. Because what I can do now as well is I'm going to rename this as, if it will let me, once my computer starts working. It would be really, really cool. Let's refresh. Because what I want people to do is get a series of emails from me. So this clearly is not working at all. Just bear with me a second. I want them to get a series of emails so that once they opt in, I'm just going to keep reminding them. I'm going to send them some really cool stuff. I'm going to say this and that and all the other. That does not want to do it, does it? That is not showing at all. I hate it when these things don't work when you're trying to do stuff. I'm sure it just said, this used to be share copy. No, not that one. Edit. Anything. Oh, here we go. Hurrah. Right, so I'm going to bin that one off, and I want to add a trigger. So a trigger is how these people start coming into your email sequence. So in my case, they're going to subscribe to a list, and it is going to be where did I put that? Here we go. Let's start. So as soon as someone comes in, and I don't want to wait this time, so these are little bits and pieces. So every time you see this little arrow, you can add stuff. You can send an email, you can do weights, you can set goals, transfer them into another automation, all sorts of really cool fun stuff. So that's superb. So I am going to delete that out because I want them to get the first email straight away. As soon as they opt in, they get an email sent out to them. In fact, we might even wait maybe a little, maybe 5 minutes. Actually, no, we won't do that because sometimes the email stuff comes out in a delayed form anyway, so we don't need to do that. So if we head back, if we make that active, and we head back to this here, so that's all good stuff. That's been saved, excellent. And I'm then going to, right, okay. I just need to pause the video a second. I'll be back with you, 2 shakes. And we're back. So now we are going to have a look at getting the Facebook pixel put onto our landing page and also our thank you page. And the reason why we do that is because if we're using any kind of Facebook marketing, then we want to make sure that we track visitors. And also as well, we can then build audiences of those people to send more ads to if we want to send them more ads later on in the day. But also as well, huge part of this is that if we're using the Facebook ads platform, we need to tell Facebook who are the people that we want to actually go ahead and click and become leads in this case. So if we go back to the main settings, and we want to make sure that we add our Facebook pixel on the whole thing, which is where we put it into this bit here, which is the head tracking code. So this means that the Facebook pixel will be already embedded on every single page, and then we can go to each individual page and add a tracking option. Like for example, when someone goes through the landing page and goes to the thank you page, they are effectively become a lead, and we need to tell Facebook that. So I'm going to head over to my business manager now. So inside of that, you want to find where it's talking about the pixels and stuff like that, and we want to go to setup, and we want to install a pixel, and we want to manually do it. And all we're going to need is to grab all this here, all this fancy code, which is like, it's got your pixel and stuff like that, the pixel ID, should we say. So we're going to copy that to clipboard. We're going to head back onto our tracking code, and we're going to just paste that in there and save. So that's now saved in that. So now it's all there. So now, once we've done that, we want to tell Facebook if someone goes to this page and opts in, they have become a lead. So we go back to, we open the editor on the thank you page, and I'll show you where you're going to add this in a second, then we'll do it. So we want to go to where it says tracking code, and we want to add our little bit about the leads there. So heading over to Facebook again and hit continue. And now it's going to be, let's find the right bit, because there's loads of different things here you can have it. So we want it to be on where it says lead. So lead, here we go, submission of information, and this is the code that we want to enter into. Now if you are doing something where you've got like a purchase going on, then you can actually put something on that as well. So there might be a purchase pixel on that, and then you can actually add in the currency and what the conversion value is. So if you're selling something for $37, for example, you would enter 37 in there, and that would be USD, and that would be what we'd end up putting into our bit here. But obviously that's not what we're doing, because then when you go ahead and look at your stats inside of your Facebook ads account, it will actually show you what your return on investment is. So if you're spending $100 on ads, how much are you getting back through that ad after someone goes ahead and purchase? But we don't want to use a purchase one in this case. We want to still use the lead option. So we're going to grab that one instead. And we just want to get that. And we are going to head over to page again, wherever it was, and paste it in there. So that becomes that. We hit the save button. Awesome stuff. Right, so we've installed that, and we need to also make sure that we are mobile optimizing this as well, because as you can see, it doesn't look that great on mobile yet. So we're just going to go ahead and, oh gosh, it's going all the way back now. Keep pressing the back button, that's my problem. Let's go back to funnels again. This is what happens when you're doing it live. It's literally going step by step. This is exactly what I would be normally doing if I was doing this for real. And this is why I wanted to make this training as real as possible, because you're going to see the exact process that I am going through to make sure that it's all correct. So again, we're going to clone this whole section, which is the entire page itself, and we can get rid of that and get rid of that bit, and we're going to get rid of that bit as well. So if we've got rid of everything, once we've got rid of everything, then we're golden. We'll just hit save again on there. There we go. And now we're going to clone. So we want that whole section then to be copied over to mobile. So we're going to edit the settings on this one. We're going to make that one desktop only. And then this one, do it all the way around this time. I'm going to make that mobile only. And as you can see, this is way too big. So we're going to squeeze that up to the top. And we're going to make this much smaller. And we want to make sure that we are hitting edit mobile size and not here, because that would make the other size too big as well. So we're going to drop that down to there, which looks okay at the moment. And we're going to also make this even smaller as well, because again, it doesn't need to be massive. That's better. Video size is fine. Button size, we'll see. So we're going to preview this page and go ahead and look at and see what it looks like on mobile now. Not bad, not brilliant. So I don't like this bit here, so I might get rid of the background on it. So let's look at the background, and I'm just going to delete that off. I don't know what all this dead space is back here. Get rid of that as well, because I don't really want that at all. Hit save. Alright, so refresh on that one. There we go, that's better. Please check your email. I've just sent you an important email that includes several bonuses as described in the video below. So they're going to go ahead and click that button, and then when they hit that, that is going to then take them to the actual offer page itself. So we're almost done, So a couple more things to do. So we've entered in our Facebook tracking for a lead. We've done that. And now we want to be able to start building some audiences up, so that Facebook knows this is the audience, so that when you're running ads to them, you are making sure that you we want a custom audience. So we will make sure that people who are coming in get added to one audience, so that if they become a lead, they get added to a different audience. And then when you start running your Facebook ads, you're going to exclude those people who already become leads from seeing your ad, because otherwise, they're getting the same ad, which is stupid. So we want people that have viewed specific pages. So in this case, it's going to be this one. So we're going to collect that, copy link address, that, and we want to exclude people which have already become leads. So we're going to exclude people which have become leads, and we want to name the audience, and this is going to be LM exclude, oh gosh, okay, right, so these are the people which have seen the page but didn't become a lead. So that is one, and then we're going to go ahead and, well, not because some conversion do not right now. We want to create another audience, and this time we just want to have an audience of people that did become a lead. So leads for and actually I want to change that. I want to change that, totally change that, because I want to make sure that it's not just all the leads that I'm creating for all my businesses. So I want to make sure that it's only people which are seeing that particular page, which is that one there. So grab that, head back to Facebook again. There we go. And leads for LM. There we go. Done. Hurrah. So once you start building up an audience, you can then do what we call create a lookalike audience. Because if they have, if you're collecting so many leads, then obviously that's really cool, because Facebook can identify the types of person that has become a lead. So then you can say, go and find me more people like this. Okay, that's generally what the lookalike audience is. So if I go for from that, which is that, so people that have purchased, in this case, which recommended, so we might go to other value. So I might say, right, well, let's look at people who are leads in the USA. Oh gosh, you need to write it properly. United States. And then it's going to say, right, okay, so if I can get between only a slight deviation by just 1% of all those people, then I'm going to end up with an audience size of 2.2 million people to send ads to, which is great, because the more people become leads, the more targeted this becomes as well, which is great. So that all works pretty nicely. So you normally create an audience, and that would be that there. Okay, create a lookalike audience. We're going to create that. So this is too small. Right, okay, so that's saying that there's not enough people in that particular country. So there needs to be at least 100 people in the same country to create that. So that, if I just go to one of the other ones, which isn't going to help, she's going to purchase. Still not quite on that one, but anyway. So yeah, so if you're getting more and more leads in, as soon as you get like a lot of leads coming through, then you're going to be able to actually go ahead and get that. So that is kind of like where we're going with that. So it's all good fun stuff, and that's how that works. And I think pretty much we're there. I think we're pretty there. Now you may want to change some of this out, but generally speaking, if you can make it look like where it's coming from, and it actually looks and feels how it should be, which is, it looks the same, the colours are the same, the messaging is the same, the way that the pages are put together are the same, it's mobile optimized. One of the little thing that we didn't do yet, which if you see, let's just, I want to be able to change the fav icon on that as well. And the only way to change the fav icon, excuse me, is to create one yourself. So let's go ahead and create a favicon. So I want favicon generator, and this is the one that I use there. So I'm going to select a favicon picture. I'm just going to grab that one. I'm going to open it there. And it's going to say, yep, cool, we've got one of those for you. There's a little process on this one. Yep, continue with that picture. Doesn't matter. And then we want to be able to download it, generate your favicons, and code, which we're doing now. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, waiting for it. Okay, so and we should be able to download the package of it, and then we're going to upload. So downloaded that, and we're going to open this up in a new bit. Right, okay, so excellent. Right, okay, so that is now on there. So I'm just going to stick that over there for a minute because I want to go back. Now, the only real way of actually getting, because a favicon has to have a URL to it. So if we go back here, and the reason why I like favicons is because if you don't, then you can see this little thing here. People will know it's been made by ClickFunnels and not specific other things as well. So like, you know, all these other ones which have got ClickFunnels on that. It just makes it look slightly more professional. It looks a little bit better as well. So we are going to do that. So I want to go back to opt-in, and this is the way I do it. I'm actually going to add in one of those pictures onto my page itself, which is going to look really weird to begin with anyway, because all I want to do is grab a little image size of it. So what can I put on? Let's put a picture of me. But I just showed you where you download it from. So I've got that now, and that is now my URL. So I can delete that off, head away, and if I've done this correctly, then it will all be well and good. Back on main settings and favicon. I want to go to that one there. And update settings. So now, if I visit the funnel URL, hopefully, if I've done it right, it won't have the ClickFunnels little badge on it. It will have a diddy picture of me on it instead. Hurrah! So that's that done. Excellent stuff. It works. Hurrah! Everybody cheer. Excellent. So this is, like I say, this is really simple stuff. I will hopefully, if George is going to do this, I will just include the share funnel to this, so you've already got it, which is really cool. And you find that by going to settings. Oh gosh, it's gone back to me. This thing again. It's really messing me about today, my computer. I do apologise. So we're going back to the test one, which I've just done there. And settings, and it will be under share funnels. So it will be there. So that's how you get it. Copy that away and give that to anybody. And that's a really cool way of getting new ClickFunnels affiliates as well, is because you can build stuff and you can then send it to them and say, look, hey, I've got this really cool thing to help you sell more of X, Y, and Z. I'll send it to you. You can use it. Go ahead and put it on your Facebook, on your blog, or wherever like that, and it'll work really well. So that should continue. Oh, sorry, that should finish the video now. Yeah, cool. Anyway, so enjoy, and we'll catch you later.